Barca! Barca! Barca!
Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing some interesting stories. In this episode, we are going to be discussing as many as 5 developing stories. We are going to start with Pablo Gavi, as it has been reported that Chelsea and Bayern Munich are planning summer swoop for the Barcelona teenage prodigy. We are also going to be talking about Andres Christensen, as it has been reported that Barcelona officials have traveled to London to complete the formalities for the Chelsea defender. Then thirdly, we are going to be talking about Benfica left back Alejandro Grimaldo, as it has been reported that Barcelona could sign the former La Masia defender for a range between 10 to 15 million euros in the summer. Then also we are going to be talking about Riqui Puig, as it has been reported that the out-of-favor Barcelona midfielder is willing and ready to leave the club in the summer. Then lastly, talking about Ansu Fati, as it has been reported that the Barcelona winger is expected to return in April. So guys, as we get right into those stories in much detail, please make sure to subscribe to this channel if you're a supporter of FC Barcelona, so you constantly stay updated with the latest on FC Barcelona. Give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end.
Barca! Barca! Barca!
This season has been a memorable one for Pablo Gavi, who has become a household name in a short time thanks to his exploits on the pitch for Barcelona. Just 17 years of age, Garvey was handed his opportunity with senior team by former manager Ronald Koeman in the early parts of the campaign, and the midfielder has not looked back since, making one big stride after another in his breakthrough season. Not only has Garvey established himself as a regular in Barca's first team setup, but the teenage prodigy has also broken into the Spanish national team. His rapid growth has seemingly attracted the interest of clubs like Bayern Munich and Chelsea, according to reports from Dario AS. Bayern Munich are set to part ways with Tolisso this summer, with his contract expiring, while Marcel Sabitza's signing has proven to be a dud. So they are in the market for a new midfield signing and are looking at Garvey as a prospective target. As for Chelsea, the Blues are looking for a younger replacement for N'Golo Kante, who has had injury troubles and has his contract expire in 2023. Garvey, to that end, has emerged as a transfer target for reigning champions of Europe, Chelsea. Garvey's contract with Barcelona also runs out in 2023. Talks over a renewal have been going on for a while, but an agreement is yet to be arrived at. The player and his agent, Ivan de la Pena, have made it clear that they wish for Garvey to continue at the Camp Nou. However, they are expecting a contract that reflects his status within the team, a deal close to what Pedri and Ansu Fati signed with the club not too long ago. However, the offers that have received, have not met those requests, leading to the negotiations dragging on and on. Gavi has a release clause worth 50 million euros in his current deal, which Bayern Munich and Chelsea are believed to be open to triggering if he does not sign a new contract. However, the recent sanctions imposed on Chelsea owner Roman Abramovich by the UK government could become a roadblock for the Blues in their pursuit of Gavi. Bayern, though, could lure the young midfielder away, which is why it is important that Barca tie him down to a renewal very, very fast. And of course, I still don't know why Barca are dragging on and on with this. Of course, Araujo, Gavi, we have been talking about their contract renewals for such a long time, but Laporta and his board are still delaying things, and it's not right. I would say this, it's not right. There are other top clubs there that they need those talents, and if the president is trying to drag this on and on because of financial issues, then I don't think it's making any sense. So the earlier the better. The earlier the board tries to tie Pablo Gavi, he's really talented. Pablo Gavi is an asset that Barca must, as I said, must keep for a long time to come. And we don't need to joke with matters like this. Same with Ronald Araujo, that up to now, contract have not been renewed. The team is still delaying. The players and their representative, they want something better when it comes to their payment. And I think Barca should act very fast because we can't afford to lose Pablo Gavi as well as Ronald Araujo. Then on to the next story of discussion. Barcelona's special attention towards players nearing the end of their contracts narrowed their search to Chelsea's Andres Christensen, And to bring this deal to fruition, Director of Football Matteo Alemany, along with Assistant Sporting Director Yuri Cruyff, recently traveled to London to seal that deal. According to Mundo Deportivo, the Denmark international is ready to commit his future to Barcelona, and everything regarding that deal is where it is supposed to be. As of today, it's only a matter of putting pen to paper and an official announcement. It's not that Christensen, whose current deal expires at the end of the season, was not offered a renewal by Chelsea. Until last year, everyone in Chelsea's camp seemed optimistic about the extension, but the conversation that was led by his father, Sten, who was his agent back then, stalled the process. The reason were the commission demanded by Christensen Sr., that was believed to be way out of line. In December of 2021, the defender changed his representative to Keen Partners, who kept Sten as an advisor. The negotiations began once again, but to no avail as Chelsea refused to meet the defender's demands. On came Barcelona and Bayern Munich in the fray, giving Christensen leverage to demand even a better salary. By that time, the defender had made up his mind, of leaving the Stamford Bridge team and was only looking for a project outside of the Premier League. Now, Barcelona didn't lure the Dane with excessive capital. Rather, it was Xavi's convincing that got the job done. Xavi Hernandez knows Christensen is one for the future, and after having considerable experience of playing in England, he wouldn't really struggle at Barcelona. Barcelona went with a plan of captivating through the enthralling project that Xavi is building. As mentioned by Mundo Deportivo, the proposition worked wonders, with the player agreeing to charge less money than in the other clubs. And once all that was done, Alemany and Yuri Cruyff planned their trip to London. So as things stand, it's just a matter of when will it be officially announced that Christensen will be a Barca player from next season, because as it stands, everything is going smoothly, everything is moving on very well. The Barca representative are already in London trying to finalize a deal. And of course, I think it's a smart move by FC Barcelona. So hopefully Christensen bring depth to the team. He contributes a lot, because we are really looking for some reliable centre backs that will complete the team. Of course, we know defense have been a problem for Barcelona, and if that defense department is being worked out very well in the summer transfer window, then it's a huge step forward. Then on to the next story of discussion. One of Barcelona's primary aims in the winter transfer window, other than the signing of forwards, was their pursuit of a left back. Juriaba has not had a competent competitor for several years now, and the need for reinforcement increases with every passing day. Nicolas Tagliafico, Jose Luis Gaya, Alex Moreno, Alejandro Grimaldo are said to be the 4 players the club are actively pursuing. According to reports in Spain, Grimaldo's contract expires in 2023, and Benfica are now under severe pressure from Europe's elite, including Barcelona. The Portuguese side need to cut their wage bill, and he could be sold for a fee of around 10 to 15 million euros. The Spaniard is a graduate of La Masia, but left the club at a young age in search of minutes. His understanding of the Barcelona way is the driving force behind Barcelona's pursuit for him. Gaya is the first choice of Matteo Alemany and many others on the board. However, the Spanish left-back is close to renewing his contract with Valencia, which could make his signing very, very difficult. Grimaldo has 21 league starts there in Portugal for Benfica this season, in which he has scored 5 goals and provided as many assists. He has created 12 big chances and averages 2 key passes per game. At just 26 years of age, the Spanish international has his best years ahead of him. Juriaba is not getting any younger, and Grimaldo could indeed be the next big cog in Barcelona's fullback department. Then on to the 4th story of discussion. Barcelona midfielder Riqui Puig has been out of favor at the club since he started making cameo appearances in the 2019-20 season. He has not been trusted with the starting role under 4 managers now, and could finally be on his way out of the club. According to a report in Spain, Riqui Puig is looking at options to leave the club in the summer, as he is clear that he cannot continue with his current role. People at the club support his decision to leave on loan in the summer. The midfielder thought that his situation, would change with the arrival of Xavi, but that has been far from the case. As such, he has asked his teammate and close friend Gerard Piqué for help in sorting out his future. Now 22, Riqui Puig has only completed 345 minutes across 3 competitions this season, and his total tally for Barcelona has already been surpassed by Garvey and Nico Gonzalez, both of whom were promoted this season. Ronald Koeman advised Riqui Puig to leave the club in the summer of 2020, which received, a humongous backlash from Barca fans who were admitted, with him after his performances under Quique Setien. So in the recent past, Napoli and Wolverhampton Wanderers have been credited with an interest in the midfielder, even though there have not been enough updates on the same since then. So it remains to be seen if either of the two clubs decide to pursue Riqui Puig in the summer, or let me say a third party gets involved. Either way, the La Masia graduate does have a foot outside of the club at this very point in time. So it is inevitable that Riqui Puig will not continue at FC Barcelona next season. And what we don't know now is, will it be a permanent move? Will it be a loan move? But I prefer he goes for a loan move. I know that he used to be a Barca player, and of course, in case he improve and he start playing regular football, who knows? Tomorrow he might come back to Barca and prove his worth, prove the managers that have not been trusting him in these past few years. So I think right now Riqui Puig is really frustrated, quite understandably so, and he needs to look for game time. He's not getting younger. He's 23 years old. So I think leaving the club this summer will be a good decision for Riqui Puig's future, but I wish it would be just for, for a loan, not on a permanent basis. Then on to the final story of discussion, Ansu Fati. Admittedly short, so far time at Barcelona has been met with injuries. The winger looked sharp during the start of this season, but picked up a serious knock versus Real Betis that ruled him out for more than a year. After returning to action this season, Fati has been among the goals all too often he scored on his return versus Levante and then in the Champions League versus Dynamo Kiev. Fati was also on target for Celta de Vigo and Real Madrid, but picked up a hamstring injury versus Athletic Club in January in the Copa del Rey. After opting for conservative treatment, the club expected Fati to be sidelined for nearly 3 months. As per reliable Spanish journalist Javi Miguel, Fati's recovery is on track, but the club will not risk rushing him with an early return. He's expected to be available at the end of April, according to recent reports. With a clash against Galatasaray scheduled for tonight, Barcelona could be tasked with the Europa League quarterfinals early in April and the semi-finals later that month. That is, of course, if the team is able to reach either stage of the competition. Apart from that, Fati could just be back in time, for a cameo appearance versus Real Sociedad on 20th of April, and is expected to be part of the team for the Mallorca clash on 1st May, if the timeline works out for all parties involved. So with 1/3 of the season still left to play, Barcelona must manage Fati's recovery in a way it does not put further harm to him. In fact, it would not be surprising if the winger misses the rest of the season as the club continues to make sure he returns to full fitness. So it would be great to have Fati back, really great, but I think if Barca can be very careful with the way he comes back, make sure that he's 100% fit to play, then the better, but not rushing things. After all, I don't think we have any serious issue when it comes to scoring goals, because I think we have some squad depth when it comes to the forward department. And that's why the January transfer window was full of forwards, because we know Fati have a long time out with injury. So there's no reason whatsoever that FC Barcelona will be rushing Ansu Fati to return. So we wish quick recovery, and if April, as this report is saying, April he might return. If April, it shows that, he's not 100% fit, then the better he should not come. Because what we all desire now for Fati is for him to come back very, very strong, 100% fit, and not playing with doubt. So callers, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video, and also hope you did subscribe. If you haven't, please make sure to do so you always stay in touch with the latest on FC Barcelona. Yeah, on Viva Barca. Until next time. Bye-bye.